Hello, welcome in. If this video found you, then trust that it made its way to you for a reason. We are going to channel some messages from the universe regarding any situation that you find yourself in that you just really feel you need guidance on. We'll find out what's going on. We've got the Empress. The Empress is all about creating something that it's always something that like feels really big and expansive. It might feel even a little uncomfortable at times, but it feels right. It feels like it's in alignment. It feels like a truth. So you might be in the process right now of creating something, whether this is maybe I'm getting like a move for some of you, like creating a new life for yourself. Maybe you're leaving the old behind, leaving a partner behind, leaving a job behind, and you're creating something new. You're following your intuition, you're following your inner guidance, and your inner guidance is leading you towards something that actually feels right, that actually feels like it's in alignment with you. Yeah, we've got the Death card, which is all about endings. It's a rebirth. So you're definitely leaving the old behind and you're adventuring towards something big. I'm hearing the message, don't doubt yourself. This is the path that you are meant to go on. Listen to your body, listen to what feels right for you. I'm getting some of you might have human design. If your authority center is sacral, you'll feel it in your gut and it's immediate. It's like a yes or a no. So, really listening and honing in on, is it a yes or is it a no? Following that yes. It can feel really scary when we leave behind comfort zones and what's familiar and going towards what is expansive. That can feel really scary, and sometimes that fear can get very loud and almost feel like the fear is really true. So one thing I will say, deciphering truth, deciphering soul versus fear. Fear is always chaotic. There's always an ulterior motive. If I do this, then I will get X, Y, and Z. Or if I don't do this, this is what's going to happen. It's never rational. And it's important not to listen and cave into that fear. And a lot of times when we're expanding, our old self wants to hang on to what is familiar and comfortable so tightly and so bad because like what's new and unfamiliar can start, ringing those alarm bells. Something's not right here. We need to, this isn't okay. We need to retract. We need to go in. And it's not listening to that voice, it's listening to the expansive voice. We have Hermit as well. So this is a time of going within, listening to the voice within. And the Hermit, when it shows up for me, is always a time of healing. It's a time to go within, to listen to what is not serving you anymore. So those voices that are like really really loud, the fear voices, the doubt that you're experiencing, that is something to go within and figure out, where is this fear coming from? Why is it here? What does it want me to know? And a lot of times, it's not feeling safe in something, even though there is no real threat or danger. But that irrational fear comes in and it can be really loud. So it's addressing safety, making sure that you're finding safety within yourself to to build whatever this is. I just get very strongly that you're moving somewhere. You're really like starting new. Let's pull some more cards. What is this about? Judgment. Holy moly. It couldn't get any more clear. Yeah, you're like rebuilding yourself. The Judgment card, which is so interesting. I am remembering that I had a dream about the Judgment card. It's almost like spirit like broke it down for me in my dream now that I'm reflecting and remembering. The Judgment card is a calling. It's a higher calling that it's something bigger within you. Your soul is calling you towards something, a higher truth. Spirit is calling you towards a higher truth. And it's walking in that ascension path, that expansive path. And in this process, in this journey, we learn so much about our truth, and then we can discern and decipher what is not true. And when we can understand what our wounds are, what we are bonding, our like trauma bonding from the past, that it can get so loud in our human journey. Like we can think that our trauma bonds that we have is our truth. So for instance, feeling like you're never enough. That's a pretty common and a big one. Something happened in our lives, in our likely our early childhood, that built the belief around not being like we're not good enough. That is a trauma story, a trauma bond to that story when we continue to act from a place of not being good enough. And when we act from a place that we're not good enough, that leaves us in scarcity. It leaves us in inadequacy and energy of not feeling worthy of what it is that we're actually desiring and wanting in life. And it can be a very major contributor to what holds us back in a lot of ways. And this judgment card is coming in to say it's time to recognize what these old stories, these old wounds that we're identifying with, that is keeping us held back from where we're going, what we're trying to build here. And so it's really time. It's time to address these inner narratives, these old stories, these fears, these self doubts. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's time to let them go because you're being called to such a higher place. And there's going to be so many more blessings. Like when we follow a higher truth, oh gosh, life just feels so good. Things just kind of fall in alignment. And it's really in the journey of this. It's like, it's so murky and hard, but it's also so fun on the soul level. Like that's why we incarnated in Earth, is to feel this expansiveness when we're going through the muck and we're learning and deciphering what is our trauma, what no longer, like what's not our truth, and we're able to rise and remember who we really are. We are divine beings connected to God. Like we are innately worthy. We are innately enough. We are love. We are everything. Limitless, And so when we wake up to that and we can start living life in that energy, it becomes so fun and so expansive. The moon. So things might not feel very clear right now. And it's those fears, what I was talking about. So I feel like there's a lot of subconscious beliefs happening right now with the moon, as I was saying. You're leaving you I feel like you're learning what your subconscious beliefs are and how they're holding you back, and deciphering what is actually your truth and what is not your truth. The Eight of Pentacles, this is something that's like you're working hard towards something, and it takes diligence, it takes patience. And I kind of want to get some more information on the Eight of Pentacles. What are you working towards? Let's see. What is the Eight of Pentacles? What are they working towards? The Page of Pentacles. Okay, so perhaps you might even be feeling called to learn something. It feels like you're very new at this. Maybe you're feeling like you lack the abilities to actually do this. That that needs to go, because we all need to start somewhere. We're not pros at anything right away. It takes time and it takes practice and diligence and consistency to learn something. I just feel like whatever it is that you're being called to go, there's going to be so many blessings that are going to come to you. It's like things will really start to materialize for you the more that you work on this, and it's not going to be right away. And I know that's like really hard for us humans. Like when we desire something, we want it right away. But I'm telling you, it's really in the journey where the magic lies. And it's a lot of fun. So have fun with this process. Don't get so hard on yourself. Listen and follow your inner guidance. It's calling you towards something a lot higher. And you're really in a process of rebirthing yourself. And it can feel hard. You know, when we're in a process of rebirth, shedding the old skin, it's it hurts, you know, it can be very painful. But it leads us to so much more magic and so much more potential. And you know, when we clear out the old and what no longer serves us, it makes room for the blessings to come in, makes room for the things that are actually in our alignment to come in. And so I feel like you're on the precipice of something very big right now. I will say, just go slowly and gently with yourself. Don't try to rush through it as hard as it might be. And I know this is like probably not an easy message to receive because again, when we're wanting something, we want it right away. And that is one of the hard parts about being on earth is it things aren't immediate like our souls are used to. And so it it just will take time. So please go very gently with yourself. I'm seeing a heart and a rose. So to me, when I see a heart and a rose, it's very like soft, it's gentle, it's sensual, it's very feminine. So going with the ebbs and flows, tuning into your heart space, that is like really your guiding force is your heart. Don't listen to your mind, don't listen to the irrational fears. And when those irrational fears come up, take the time to listen to what they have to tell you, but listen through neutrality. You don't have to take what it has to say so seriously and like just like be the observer of the voice of the fear and just like ask, what are you here to tell me? What are you afraid of? Why am I afraid of this? What am I afraid is going to happen if I do this? Like, just get to know the fear on a deeper level. And eventually, the more questions you ask yourself, the more curious you get about your fear, the more it's going to take you to a deeper rooted um, wound point in your your being. And when you can get to the root of that, you can then start plucking it out so it no longer has control over you in your life. So I'm going to leave that there. I will just leave you with this one loving message. You are loved. You are safe. You are infinite. God loves you. God is with you. You are right where you need to be. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.